joining up to these hangouts and participating in them. Thank you, Xanox, for joining up to provide all this information. You see, these are things that a lot of people do not know about, and they should. And this is one of the means of us getting this information out in a way that is open and transparent. And I just want to urge everyone here who is part of these and those of you who are listening to consider. We have 2,500 listens just on SoundCloud a week. So we have people out there who are paying attention and listening to us as well. If you're a listener and you're not, or you're in here, please consider if there's a project that really seems like it's going to bring value to your stake and that you think that you could add value to them and give them a little bit of help in any way, shape, or form. It does not have to be always money. This is the space of disruption. The disruption comes from creation and innovation. So innovate and use your own value propositions to uplift and support these valuable projects, because without these projects, we're kind of standing still in the water. And it's really important. It's really important to help them. And I know that I don't always do it perfectly, but I will say this. Just always try, if you can, if there's a project that seems valuable to you, even if it's just 1 or 2 minutes to share something every week. It's something that they might not otherwise have. I will let everybody know that if you have signed up for these Hangouts and you do get a no-show, I will flag you to take it down to at least 0 so you're not earning funding from signing up. I don't do this to harm you or to attack you. I do this simply to make it so there's no incentive for people to post and not show up. And I also want to be very clear for you and those people who are listening in now and in the future. When you join up to these Hangouts, it is definitely a reflection of yourself, whether you join up or whether you say that you're going to join up and show up. With this comes along the opportunity to also let you know that when you join up, please try to have your mic working and make sure that you have headphones plugged in and try not to have speakers. These are the types of little things that will help you sound better and bring more value to your own project. And it's just kind of important for us to all try to remain cognizant of these things, because we want that perception to be as strong as possible. Obviously, I don't always do it perfectly myself, so I don't judge here, or I try not to judge, but it is important that we recognize that this is something we do need to keep our eyes on. So with that said, Voiceshares is going to be up next, and they're going to be talking about something that probably I should work with, this fitness sessions launch. And it's going to be talked about by our own resident Voiceshares guru, who is actually the creator of Voiceshares himself, and that is Ride of Passion. Ride of Passion, are you available to step up and play?
Yes, Fuzzy. Am I audible, guys? Am I clear?
Sounding perfectly, man. You so perfect.
Thanks, Fuzzy. So I can take over the stage, right?
You've already taken it, my friend.
Perfect. Okay, guys, too much of voice shares. I mean, I come here every week, and I know you're all amazing people who would like to be associated with a project like this, and it makes an obligation on my part to come here and update everything about voice shares. And today there are too many updates that I want to send out, and I'll start off by thanking IntelliGuy. I mean, this guy is associated with me for the mere sake of belief with the project and the things that project intends to do. So I would like to give a huge shout out to IntelliGuy and start off my talk for the day. And today's talk will be introducing Voiceshares communities. See, one voice is just a voice. A group of voice is a revolution. So there are many problems in the world which needs revolution, but it is not been taken up. So we are creating something called as Voiceshares communities, and we will be driving it through our Voiceshares website. And this will mostly be dealing with the huge crisis for a large bunch of people. Any one person can bring up the issue, and he can create the community which represents a larger folk, and we can create the noise, create the revolution through putting it across through the right channels and taking it across to the right platforms. So we will be coming out with voice share communities. So you have any huge untold story which is affecting a lot of lives, create your own communities and we will empower it, and we will be doing it in our own way. So that is the first update. We will be coming out with voice share communities. Second thing is about the fitness sessions. As Fuzzy said, most of us need it now, and we are working with a well-trained and and a certified fitness expert to deliver us a few fitness related sessions, and these are subscription basis. That is, you'll have to pay us through Voiceshares to be a part of this. To be a part of this professional session, which will be delivered by an expert in his own field. And the one more opportunity that has opened up is the sponsorship for this particular event. That is, we are offering a title sponsorship for anyone who's willing to pay us in Voiceshares to take up the sponsorship space. And it will sound something like this: Voiceshare presents fitness sessions powered by so and so. That so and so can be any one of you who would want to sponsor us with Voiceshares, and this is one way we are realizing our value propositions. The third update would be, we will be coming out with Voiceshares badges. You can pick it up, and it is in a very nascent stage. We just discussed it yesterday, so you guys can pick up one of these and you can own it just for the sake of doing good. And that is like a doing good badge. That is, you are involved with something that is trying to do good to the society. So we will be coming up with lots of such ideas and merchandise of Voiceshares to start off a bigger campaign and drive people from outside the community as well to join this revolution. And one more small update is, Voiceshares is now accepted by one of the travel portal, which is giving us experience based tours and travels. So that is one of my other ventures, and we are accepting 10% of the total package value or $100 worth of Voiceshares as we will be accepting Voiceshares tokens for the on the package value. And the last update would be using Voiceshares. See, we just came out with smart media tokens, and I want to come up with video tutorials on how Voiceshares has been. Not just Voiceshares. We have amazing projects. It's like a huge bunch of projects that has come out from this community. But I want to use Voiceshares as one of the mediums to demonstrate what tokenization can do to a system. And we will be using live example of Voiceshares and how it has been progressing. And yes, we are in the nascent stages of monetizing the token, but yes, we have achieved most of what we set out on. There are a lot to achieve, but we have been on the right track till now. So we will be using Voiceshares to tell people what tokenization is and how we have been able to do it from the past 3-4 months. And that is one more video tutorials that is coming up. And the last update would be like any update from Voiceshares should be from me, and anything that is not coming from me, it will not be mine. So it will not be Voiceshares, or I'll not be responsible for any claims or anything that is coming out apart from at Ride of Passion or at Voiceshares. So it should be from our official account, Steemit account, or me speaking on one of these hangouts. Apart from that, please don't associate Voiceshares with anything. And I personally don't want to see Voiceshares suffering because of anything that is happening around. And even I don't want to speculate or take names. But yes, this is something that I want to put it across. And I hope people who are listening, this is solved, and I have told it upfront. It's only Ride of Passion and Voiceshares and even IntelliGuy who can do something like that. And I don't want to give authority to anyone to comment on Voiceshares. And yes, it has happened. Whatever has happened was a negative phase. We shall let it pass. So it's my duty to give out the clarity, and I've done it on my part. And that is there is no point in prolonging the negativity. It's fine. Mistakes happen, so we'll have to move on. But giving out clarity is also important. So that's it, guys. You can always ask me a question if you have any, and I'll be ready to answer those.
Before I start, does anybody have any questions, comments?
So is it something like a decentralized thunderclap or whatever else?
Well, it's in the very, very beginning stages of extrapolating it into our own chain, and we have been considering various options on how to proceed with Voiceshares. And with time to come, I think I'll be sending out an update on what we want to do with Voiceshares to take it on a larger scale in a feasible manner. Yes, having our own chain is always on the cards.
I mean, I think the amazing thing about Voiceshares is that the real world potential is out there. I mean, there's so many people who could use a project like this. I mean, I've talked to Voiceshares about this in the past, about the people who came forward and posted articles that they would have never done in the past or never told anybody about, and they really opened up. And I just like the whole aspect and what he's doing, Right of Passion. It's amazing, and he's putting so much effort in. I mean, this project could do wonders for people. So I wanted to give you some props for that.
Thanks a lot, Nick. And guys, there is one instance that I want to tell. Not this is something that I should tell because I don't know what Voiceshares is to many of you, because you may not know it up close and personal. But yes, 2 days back, I just received a message that is an anonymous message again from an 18-year-old kid who was trying to arm himself, and he was trying to commit suicide. He wrote me his story in the form of a poem, and we posted it. And then he connected with me personally on Discord. We spoke like for 2 days, and the very next day, he told me like, "Yeah, Voiceshares has given me a voice. I was about to end my life, but you have given me the strength to go out and post my introduction post." Just imagine, it was an 18-year-old kid, and I'm not making this up. You can find all this, but I'm not able to reveal his identity. He came up, and he's been a regular guy on Voiceshares community who's helping out people, even though he's just 18 years old. And that is the kind of thing, that is the kind of impact that Voiceshares is having. And I could have put it out in open. I mean, I can always come out in open to inspire others, but I don't believe in revealing identities. So this is something where we find satisfaction, and that is the thing that we started out with, and we have pretty much achieved whatever we want to do. And having said that, this doesn't end here. We have a lot of ground to cover, and yeah, we have some amazing support from Nutella and Nick, Beth. They keep in touch constantly to come out with ideas to save people, to do something positive to the society. And yes, we have been recently associated with Marky Mark with his Build a Whale project, and a few other projects as well. We have been getting the support that we deserve. What I want to say is, we don't believe in asking any upvotes. I don't ask for any upvotes even through my Voiceshares post. All I request is just re-stream the post, even if you don't feel like upvoting. No, it's the last thing that we would care about. So just re-stream the post so that at least the message is spread across. And that is something that you can do. And you don't even have to lose your voting power because of that. So that is only one small request that I want to put across to everyone present in the conference room and people who will be listening to this hangout later as well. So that's it, guys. And I think I'm pretty much covered most of my ground. And anyone who would like to take up the sponsorship post, you can always reach out. We will be offering you a complimentary two-member pass to the sessions, and you can distribute it in your own way.
Thanks. It was awesome, Right of Passion.
Thanks a lot.
Really quick, Rite of Passion. If you could do me a favor and remind me after this hangout, behind the scenes, that I need to connect you up with one of my developers. I would like to offer you the opportunity to be able to have a forum for all this stuff too. And I think we've already talked about it, but I want to get you connected with him today or tomorrow at the latest, because I've got so much stuff going on that I will forget if I don't get it done while I'm thinking about it. Obviously, that's after this hangout, but just so you know, that would be something that I'd like to talk about with you.
Yes, Fuzzy. What I suggest is let us drive these projects through US forums, and only when we can build a substantial quality user base on those forums, we can create something really amazing on the top of EOS chain once it is launched.
Oh, okay. So that's the way that you guys would like to take it. That's fine. We have the community section on those forums, so people are more than welcome to post to it that way. And that's a community project. I'd say it's probably one of the biggest community projects.
Yeah, that's right. And please give us a forum space, and we would really use it. I mean, I'll be posting twice a day through Voiceshares, so I'll be more than happy to use the forum space. And yes, I'll be speaking to the dev as well. I mean, we have been speaking about this from a very long time, and there's no harm now. We can always do it now.
It's true. Well, I just want to let you know that, and for the people who are listening to this, there are some really good anonymous posts that have been made by people using this service, because it's a way of essentially, not only a way of getting out and talking about something that might be, bothering you, that might not even, it might be a completely internal thing like depression or something to that effect. Or it can be the ability to talk about things that you might be afraid of talking about otherwise for fear of reprisal, right? So this is a place where everybody can use this tool to vent and to get out truth that they might fear being hurt for. And it's working today. So I just want to make it clear that everybody should consider working with Voiceshares. I've seen him doing this now for quite some time. I have to give you credit, man. I see you doing a lot of stuff even when I can't help you, and you don't give up. So thus far, I'm giving you big thumbs up for what I'm seeing.
Thanks a lot, Fuzz. And guys, let me put it on record. I know there will be lots of people listening to it. When I came out with this project concept and reached out to many people who are supposed to be the whales in the community, they asked me for 20% returns on leasing out their SP. And the only place where I could find any support, being a minnow who's less than a month old, was here at the Whaletank. And I'm not trying to, put it across because Fuzzy is here. But yes, this is the place where you can come out and pitch your project and find some audience. And we have shown people as to what we can do with little help. And this little help has been a very big help for us. And thank you, Fuzz, and thank you, community. And I've been doing my bit for the community through my website, and I'm trying to bring the community together for the latest updates. And I'll try to continue, and it's not try, I'll continue doing that. And that's what, there are two things that I request. One is restream our post if you feel it's worth spreading the message across, and then think about this sponsorship position that is open. That's it, guys.
Well, you are right on time, buddy. Literally had 10 seconds left, so good on you. I don't know if you had a timer there. I want to say
No. It's always on time. I don't have any timers.
I want to say I thank you, and I look forward to hearing a little bit more about this fitness thing, because exercise and regular physical activity is also, ironically, something that is very valuable for mental health and just feeling better. Anyways,
I'll be posting a detailed coursework, whatever will be covered by the trainer. And yes, before that, I'll be giving out all the information before I take subscriptions. It's all a transparent process, and it will all be there on our Steemit account and our website.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Well, the whole transparency thing is obviously great with me. Please continue bringing this and future updates every week, and I will continue rewarding you with some Beyond Bits, because I definitely do support these types of things, especially when you guys are open and providing updates all the time like this.
Thanks a lot.
Makes it a lot easier on me. All right, with that said, up next is going to be Bam Bam 808, and he's going to be talking about GS gaming. Bam Bam 808, are you there?
Always, my friend.
I've noticed that you are also a busy guy on there. So go ahead and feel free to step up, let everybody know, give your